Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we'll be dissecting today's filing to see if Monte Rosa Therapeutics is climbing towards success or hitting a rocky patch. Before we dive in, a quick reminder if you like getting clear. No fluff insights from these X filings, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Also, we have a great community over on our Discord server, link in the description below, where we discuss these reports and more. So what is the big news here from Monte Rosa Therapeutics Incorporated? It looks like on the 7th of January of 2026, the company decided to end their sales agreement prospectus. Think of this prospectus as a permission slip to sell shares of their stock in the open market by terminating it. They are essentially hitting the pause button on selling any more shares under that specific agreement. This means no more stock sales through that particular deal unless they file new paperwork. Now, this doesn't mean they haven't done any stock sales at all. Up until January of 2026, they had already sold a little over 2.9 million shares of their common stock. This brought in about $24.2 million in cash for the company. So they did raise some money with this agreement before shutting it down. The actual sales agreement itself is still in place. It is just the prospect of selling more shares under it that has ended. The company is trading under the ticker symbol GLUE on the Nasdaq Global Select Market. This means their stock is available for anyone to buy and sell on one of the major stock exchanges, which is generally a good sign for liquidity and accessibility. It's also worth noting that Monte Rosa Therapeutics Incorporated is identified as an emerging growth company. This is a designation for newer public companies that allows them certain regulatory flexibilities, like not having to follow some newer accounting standards right away. This can be beneficial for a growing company, but it also means investors might not get as detailed or up-to-date financial reporting as they would from older, more established companies. This entire filing really falls under the other events section, indicating it is not a routine financial report like a quarterly or annual one, but rather an announcement of a significant specific event. The main story here is the termination of that sales agreement prospectus. Why they decided to terminate it isn't explicitly stated, but it could be due to a number of reasons. Perhaps they have enough cash for now, or they are planning a different way to raise funds, or maybe market conditions are not favourable for selling more stock at the moment. Signing off on this report is Marcus Wormuth, who holds the positions of President and Chief Executive Officer. Having the CEO's signature adds a layer of official confirmation to the information being presented. Looking at this filing, Monte Rosa Therapeutics Incorporated seems to be in a phase of strategic adjustment. They successfully used their sales agreement to bring in over $24 million, which is a solid amount of capital for a company, especially an emerging one. However, the decision to terminate the prospectus suggests a shift in their fundraising strategy, or perhaps a re-evaluation of their immediate financing needs. One potential strength is that they are still active and making decisions that impact their financial operations, as evidenced by this filing. The fact that the underlying sales agreement remains in effect, while the prospectus is terminated, could indicate a possibility of reactivating sales if the conditions are right or if they choose to file new documentation. However, a notable risk is the lack of clarity on why this decision was made. Investors would generally want more context surrounding such a move. Is the company facing headwinds that make further stock sales undesirable, or are they merely opting for a different path? This ambiguity can create uncertainty in the market. Another point to consider is their status as an emerging growth company. While it offers flexibility, it also means their financial reporting might not capture the full picture of potential risks or long-term financial health compared to more mature companies. In conclusion, Monte Rosa Therapeutics Incorporated has completed a phase of capital raising through their sales agreement and is now moving on. The termination of the prospectus is the key event here. It signals a change in their approach to accessing public markets for funding, while they've secured a significant sum. The road ahead will depend on their next strategic moves and how they navigate the evolving biotech landscape. Alright, that is our breakdown of Monte Rosa Therapeutics Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Do you think this move is a positive step or a cause for concern? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. And remember, you can join our growing community on Discord. Link in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time on Corporate Decoder.